Hey guys, so today I'll be demonstrating the Bamazon CLI application. The homework called for 3 different parts for the application. It was the Bamazon customer, Bamazon manager, and Bamazon supervisor pieces. I was only able to get through customer and manager. I do want to try Bamazon supervisor at some point because it did look interesting and a bit challenging. So when I do get to that, I'll post another video in the README file just explaining how that whole piece works. But for now, this explanation or this video is only going to be for customer and manager. So starting out, here is my SQL schema. Basically creates a products table and inserts a bunch of products into that table. If I rerun this just to start from scratch and refresh my schemas, you'll see it appears. If I go to tables, generated a products table. If I open it, you can see the products table has item ID, which is auto incremented, product name, department name, price, and stock quantity. So now if I go to the actual application itself, I was playing around with it before, so let me just start over. I can walk you through, or I will walk you through briefly, the code side of things. So this is Bamazon customer. I basically require my dependencies for Inquirer in MySQL, create a connection object for MySQL, a prompts object for Inquirer, just for all my prompts, a display products function, which when called prints out all the functions, prints out all the products in the database, and then runs a by product function, which then allows the user to enter the product ID and the number of units of that product that they want to purchase. And depending on whether or not what they enter is valid, it does a number of things. So if the user enters an invalid product ID or a product ID that doesn't exist in the database, we tell them the product ID can't be found. If they enter a valid product ID, but the number of units that they enter is greater than what we have in stock, we tell them that we don't have enough to sell them, we have insufficient stock, and that they need to try again. If they enter both a valid product ID and product or a number of units for that product, then we will go through with the transaction and update the database accordingly, reducing that product stock by whatever number of units that they selected. And then again, just creating the connection and calling that display products function, which then calls the by products function and eventually will lead to a connection end. So let's demonstrate. So node Bamazon customer. As you can see, I called the program, called the file, and it prints out all the products in the database. It doesn't print out their quantity because this is a customer application. I thought that the customer didn't need the ability to see the number of products that are in stock. They just need the name, product ID, and the price of each product. So then they're prompted to enter the product ID of the product they want to purchase. As you can see, there's only 10 products in the database. So if I enter product ID 11 and I want to buy 1 unit of this imaginary product, it'll tell me that the product ID is not found. So if I want to buy, let's say, toothpaste, which is product ID 8, I can check in the database to see how much is available. It says there's 10 units available of toothpaste. So let's say I don't know that there's 10 units as a customer, and I want to purchase 11 units. So product ID 8, which is toothpaste, and I want to buy 11 units of it. It will tell me insufficient stock, only 10 units available. Please try again. Okay, so now I know there's only 10 units available as the customer, so I can enter product ID 8. Again, I want to buy toothpaste, and I want to buy 5 units. Success. The total cost of your purchase is $39.95, which is basically just saying 5 times the cost of the product equals the total cost of your purchase. No tax. Great thing. If I go to the database now and I refresh, you can see before that we only had 10 units, but if I refresh, now we only have 5 of toothpaste. So if I now run, that's basically the Bamazon customer. It's pretty simple. There's not much going on there. If I actually, let me just show you the Bamazon manager structure. So again, or code structure. So again, requiring my dependencies, creating connection object, a prompts object that holds all my inquirer prompts. I create the connection and then I call step and select an option. Select an option just basically gives the user a menu to choose from, in which they're able to choose view products, view low inventory, add to inventory, add new products, or exit the program. View products basically just prints out all the products and then brings them back to the menu. View low inventory shows the manager any product that has a quantity or stock quantity of 5 or less, and then brings them back to the menu. Add to inventory allows them to add to the stock quantity of any individual product. Add a new product allows them to add a totally new product, and then exit program will just close the program and end the connection. So let me just go through that and demonstrate. Oops. So node Bamazon manager. So as you can see, I run node Bamazon manager and it asks me to select an option. So I want to view all the products that we have for sale. So it's selecting all products and then gives me all the products. But because this is a managerial view, it also gives me the quantity of each product that we have. Again, we updated toothpaste before, which was 10. Now it's 5. You can see that carried over. And then it brings me back to the menu. So then if I want to view low inventory, searching for low inventory products, it will give me toothpaste and shampoo because they both have an inventory of 5 or less. If I want to add to inventory, I can add to inventory for anything that's a low inventory product or any other product. It doesn't discriminate between the two, but just for explanation's sake and demonstration's sake, I'll show you adding to a low inventory product. So if I add to inventory, it'll ask me to please enter the product ID of the product you want to stock. Again, there's only 10 products, so if I enter, I want to add to imaginary product 11, and I want to add 1 unit to that imaginary product. It says product ID not found. But so, add to inventory. Please enter the product ID of the product you want to stock. I want to stock toothpaste, which is product ID 8. I want to add 5 units to toothpaste. It says success, updated toothpaste quantity to 10. So if I go back to my database, it was 5 before. If I refresh it, sometimes this does this. Oh, there we go. It is now 10. And then if I go to view low inventory, you'll see it is no longer being shown as a low inventory product. So if I want to add a new product to the inventory, it'll ask me to please enter the name of the product I want to add to stock. If I want to add toothpaste, I built in this little functionality. Where do we have toothpaste? That's beauty and health. Product's price, let's say this is expensive toothpaste. And I want to add 10 units. So I built in this little functionality that checks the name of the product we're trying to stock, and if it already exists in the name column of the database, then it'll tell us that the product already exists in inventory. So obviously a place or a store could have multiple brands of toothpaste, so the idea would be that each brand of toothpaste would have a specific name and wouldn't be generically named just toothpaste. So it would be easier to differentiate between multiple products with the same name. So add new products. Let's say I want to add seltzer. Seltzer is food and grocery. Product's price is $9.99, and I want to add 5 units of seltzer. Success! Seltzer added to the inventory. So then if I go to the database, I refresh the database, now seltzer is showing in the database. If I go to view products for sale, seltzer is also now showing here. If I go to view low inventory, I only added 5 units, so it is now showing in the low inventory product. And if I go to add to inventory, I can now add to that number product ID 11 because it now exists. And if I want to add 5, seltzer has now been updated to quantity of 10. View low inventory, it's no longer there. And then as a manager, I feel like I've done my job successfully, so I can exit the program. And it tells me that it'll see me next time. So that's it. That was the homework. Again, if I get to the Bamazon supervisor, I'll make another video and I'll let you guys know that you can check that one out. But in the meantime, if you have any questions about the Bamazon customer or Bamazon manager functionality or about my process, just let me know and I'll be more than happy to help answer those questions. All right, thanks. Bye.